What is up, Apple lovers, and welcome to another Tech Hub. Today I'll give you my top 5 Apple products that I bought in 2024, and I'll be giving you my reasons why. Let's start the episode. Okay, so I'm recording this at the end of December 2024, and one hell of a year for Apple, but also for myself. My eBay shop has really taken off, as well as my tech channel. So before we get going, I just wanted to thank everybody that has watched the video, that's interacted with me and subscribed to me. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to me. So, like I said, 2024 I think has been a great year for Apple. I've bought lots of products, some that were not planned at all. And in fact, I'm going to chill out in 2025. So I actually ended up upgrading all of my main devices. I'm not planning to upgrade any of them apart from my phone, which I do every year in 2025. However, I am looking forward to the rumored new smart home devices that Apple is working on, and they seem to be re-energized when it comes to the smart home. So that's all I'm really planning in 2025, and I certainly didn't plan to upgrade all the devices that I did this year. So anyway, without further delay, let's have a look at my top 5 purchases of 2025. So in at number 5 is my MacBook Pro. I got the M3 base model originally, which was great. I absolutely loved it. At the start of the year, I had a 16-inch MacBook Air. Then I got the bigger external monitor, so I didn't want such a big screen anymore. I then ended up, that's why I went for a MacBook Pro, the 14-inch. I wanted to slim down the screen. I'm super glad I did. In a previous video, you remember me saying about how not to go for the 8 gig model, because with my multitasking, it's the first time I've seen a rainbow wheel for years. So I managed to not swap it, but I managed to buy a 16 gigabyte of RAM model with 1 terabyte of storage, and covered that cost by selling the MacBook I had. So essentially I upgraded for free. But it's a solid MacBook. I love the look of it. And another side note, I did manage to change all my colors to Starlight or Silver this year, so I'm color matched anyway. Anyway, I absolutely love this MacBook. Now I'm not out and about for work as much. I'm not using it as much, but I am making a concerted effort to use it on my lap, on the sofa as much as I can. But yeah, not a disappointment, even though it's in last place. Still a solid performance at number 5. Okay, next up at number 4, and this was going up and down, and I had to debate with myself for a little bit. It is the M4 iPad Pro. Again, I did start with the 13-inch. Absolutely loved it. But then after slimming down the size of my laptop screen, I went the same way. I got a iPad Pro 11-inch for my eBay shop, and I was using it for a couple of days, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this size. I just didn't need the big screen anymore, and I wanted something again. My demands on my devices have changed, and I just wanted to chill out with it. And the 13-inch is too big. So the 11-inch iPad Pro M4. Again, this is just the base model. I do like that nano texture, but I've started to add screen protectors that imitate that nano texture, which I find is ideal for watching content, which I mainly do on this thing. But anyway, the thinness of this is gorgeous. I really make an effort to take it out of the case when I am using it to really feel the benefit of the thinness of the device. It's a wonderful device, and Apple seriously kicks some butt with this thing. Everyone was surprised because no one was saying, oh, my device isn't thin enough, but they showed us what they can do, and I think this is a sign of future things to come, especially when it comes to the phones. So anyway, in at number 4, the iPad Pro M4 11-inch. Okay, so in at 3rd place, I can't show you it because it's actually right there. I use it for all my video recording. It's my daily driver. And in fact, you know, as much as it's called an iPhone, and it is my iPhone 16 Plus, that marine blue is a gorgeous color. Absolutely love the color. It's so much snappier since they upped the RAM for Apple Intelligence. it's a great year to upgrade. I keep on hearing that they're not going to continue with the plus size. I love the plus size, but I'm certainly still not going to go pro with my phones because I just don't need for the extra money. I just don't need I don't need a pro phone. I've got pro devices for the rest of it. But anyway, it's my daily driver. I was saying, it's a shame they still call it a phone because it's not a phone. It does everything in my life. It's in the palm of my hand. It's a solid update. I absolutely love this device. And this is the only device I plan to upgrade every year still. Now, that's a tip for everybody there. To make the most out of what you've already got and to retain its value, you really do need to upgrade every year. Obviously, devices start to lose value as they go on. And really, if you make it work for you, it's not that more expensive to upgrade every year. But anyway, in at number 3, the iPhone 16 Plus in that lovely new marine blue color. Okay, so this next device just missed the first place slot, not by much and only by a couple of months. It is the iPad mini. I call it the 7th gen. Apple call it the A17 Pro model. Again, the form factor didn't change, but the internals did. It's snappier. It's still the best tablet, the only tablet that Apple still make because you still use it as a tablet. It's not trying to be anything else other than this cool little device that you can just rely on. I got the cellular version. Another bonus, they upped it to 128 gigabytes this year as well. Fantastic move from Apple there. And they really shocked us all with that one, as well as the RAM thing with the Mac. So you can no longer buy a new Mac with less than 16 gigs of RAM. We just need them to do it on storage now. How? They've done it on the storage of this. They've done it on the storage of the new iPad Pros. Let's hope next year they make 512 the minimum storage for all Macs. But anyway, I'm digressing as I do. iPad mini 7th gen in second place. And that was only topped by the next device that we're talking about. Okay, so my number one product that I bought this year from Apple, I'm sure it will come of no surprise to you that follow me, the Mac Mini M4. Glorious, glorious device. It is a mini Mac Studio, certainly looks like it. As you know, and let me remind you, I did have a Mac Studio, happy as Larry, never planned to change it. It was the M1 Max with 32 gigs of RAM and 512 of storage. Started to hear rumblings and rumors of this little beastie of a device, and it was really starting to appeal to me. It was then announced at the same time as me getting access to the education store in England, so that saved a lot of money as well with it. And I ended up going for not the M4 Pro, even though I was very close, but the M4 standard chip with 512 gigabytes of RAM. I've got plenty of storage, so that was fine for me. And I went for 24 gigs of RAM. So I upped it because, as I've said before, I'm not a pro, I'm a semi-pro. So that little bit more RAM just gave me that little bit more of a kick. And I tell you, maybe not export times, but I really don't care about export times on my videos. Performance-wise, this thing has not stuttered, it does not let me down. And it looks glorious. All hail the M4 chip in this Mac Mini, and it's taken the tech community and the industry by storm. It shows that Apple can still innovate and they can still do these devices that do shock us now and again, especially the base model, which is more than enough for everyday people. Get the base model. It's still very affordable, and get access to the educational store. Okay, so that rounds up my top 5 Apple products of 2024. Thank you for all your support this year. Hopefully 2025 will see my channel continue to grow, and I will keep on bringing you this content, which I enjoy making. Absolutely so happy I started this channel, which I did start in 2024. Woohoo! So anyway, do you agree with my list? What's your favorite products of 2024? Let me know in the comments below. As always, please be kind. Please like this video. Please subscribe to me. You can follow me on Instagram and Threads at TechHubWiltsUK. And I'll see you on the next episode next year. Happy New Year!